Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with a match here from the Nightmare of Solomon situation battle. This match is going to be on the Xeon side, and it's going to be in the 550 cost Rickdom with modified beam bazooka. This Rickdom is supposed to be the one that Gato used during that event, and I'm pretty sure it's also just the Rickdom he's known for using in general, for he's usually seen with the beam bazooka here. And, well, that's going to be the big thing about this suit here, is that unlike the Rickdom in, any other game mode that you can play it in, this version was given the modified beam bazooka, which is the same beam bazooka that can be found on the Pezundwaj and the Gelgook Stutzer. And I must say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how well this weapon works with this suit. The beam bazooka modified has kind of been a weapon that I wasn't really good with the Pezundwaj, mainly just in the case of I really don't play the Pezundwaj that much, and just always found it to be a weapon that I really wasn't that good at using, and I think using it on the Gelgook Stutzer kind of helped with that a bit. I think the issue with the Pezundwaj is that it was a hover suit, so I think that kind of made it a bit more difficult for me to use this weapon, but Gelgook Stutzer again kind of warmed me up to it, and I think that better prepared me for this match here. And I must say that the modified beam bazooka on the Rickdom is a really nice feeling weapon. I wish they buffed the actual Rickdom that you play in every other mode to use this. That's kind of what I thought they were going to do when they announced this game mode. I thought it was going to be like, oh, we're for sure going to get a Rickdom beam bazooka buff, but apparently that turned out to not be the case, which, again, feeling how well it is on this suit is actually kind of disappointing, because I would love to use this on the regular Rickdom, given it's one of my favorite space-exclusive suits to play. But, I kind of understand maybe why they wouldn't, because the modified beam bazooka does start with the Pezundwaj at 400, so I don't know if it's just maybe the cost that the weapon is initially at might just be too high to apply to a lower cost, though I don't know if it'd be that bad, honestly. It would benefit the Rickdom greatly, because the only other weapon you have on the Rickdom is that chest beam, and that's also considered a beam weapon, so if you do have a beam reload part or the overheat parts, that would be able to be used for both weapons there. So that would be pretty nice to see there. Another reason that kind of surprises me that the Rickdom still doesn't get the beam bazooka is that it does seem like it's a fairly iconic weapon when paired with the suit, because not only does Gato use it on his, Shaw also uses it with his Rickdom, so again, it's kind of surprising for how common it seems to be. There's even other scenes I've seen where it is using the beam bazooka, so for how much it's kind of used it, it's a bit surprising that it hasn't actually gotten it in this game. And again, that could always be for balancing reasons. Obviously, for this game mode here, they can get away with it a bit more because, well, this Rickdom is already at 550 cost, which is, I think, 100 costs above the max level it can go. I believe the Rickdom goes to 450 at a level 4, so it's already surpassing the cost that it's supposed to, similar to that Zaku 2 FS from the Stardust Memory themed situation battle. So yeah, it seems they're trying to take full advantage of these higher cost suits here, because that same rule does apply for the Shin Zaku here, since that's a 500 cost unit. But yeah, I'd say overall it's really fun to use this weapon on this suit, and it does make me kind of sad as well that these modes are limited. Maybe my hope is that after this, maybe they're using this as a test to see how well the beam bazooka would do on this suit, and that maybe after the fact they add it to the Rickdom, in another update or something, because I would just really love to see this get added to that suit, because I think it'd just be really cool. It'd be a nice addition, since 300 That's the native for the Rick-Dom. 300 really doesn't see much changes, especially just with space in general. Really, there isn't much new going on there, and I get the idea. Just space is not really a mode that is played that commonly, so maybe that's why it didn't get the buff, or that's why it's maybe taking a backseat. So there's probably a few factors that are playing into it there, but I am hoping one day we at least get to see the Rick Dom here with the beam bazooka in regular matches, because I think it would just be overall very cool. Looks like we have a bomb in the enemy base at the moment, which would help us out greatly because we are a bit behind on score here. Looks like that Jim Cannon's space assault type kind of had a bit of a lag issue there, but was able to at least get a side swing on him, but going to get my suit destroyed here. And enemies are also commencing support fire, but it doesn't look like the enemy team is going to be able to get to the base in time. So, oh no, actually it looks like they were able to save it. So, at this point we either need to try to get the base bomb again, or we just need to try to make up as much score as possible. I do gotta be careful though here, because as I mentioned in my last video, the Gym team, the Federation, can do quite a bit of damage, especially since most of the Zeon team is comprised of general units, with the exception being that Shin FS Zaku. So we gotta be careful there. Looks like that is the 450 cost gym that is spawning in there. I'm going to try to go after them because that's going to be the highest value targets on the Federation team. And as you can see with the beam bazooka, pretty decent damage overall. I'm not sure if the, how they go about doing the weapons for this game mode, like if they are just modified, like all the stats of these weapons, or if they're just like certain levels of the weapons. Because, if we were looking at it like if this Rick Dom was actually at this cost, it would make it a, level 7, I think, at 550, if that was the case. No, it would make it a level 6, so yeah, it would be very interesting to see, since we do have level 6 suits in the game already. Kind of surprising that they didn't try to add a few more of them just to maybe fill out the supply drops or something. That or we just get a Gato's Rick Dom. I wouldn't be too opposed to that idea either. I think it'd be a pretty cool thing to have, maybe just being a 350, or maybe 400 might be a bit pushing it, because that would put it closer to the Gelgooks, or at least the early production Gelgooks, so probably 350 would be a good place for a Gato's Rick Dom, if we ever get that one day. Well, we're nearing the last 10 seconds of the match here, and score is pretty close, so we're going to try to get as many last minute kills as possible. Looks like we might be able to pull it off though. Gonna do just one little tackle to make sure I don't take any unnecessary damage. And it's gonna be timeout mission over. And let's see how we did here with the, what I'm just gonna call the Gato's Rick Dom. And it looks like the Shin Zaku got most of the board there. Gonna send them a praise. Looks like I did beat my rival. Second place with 5 kills and 2 loss. Not too shabby of a match there. And yeah, that's going to do it for that match there in the Gato's Rick Dom, or just the Rick Dom with Beam Bazooka from the Engage Collaborative Situation Battle. And again, really, really fun setup there. It's something I just want to see really get added to regular matches. Can't hammer that in enough. Just BB, please add the Beam Bazooka to the Rick Dom one day. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Rick Dom being able to use the Beam Bazooka. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.